March 7th, 2025. A day unlike any other in this year's cosmic calendar. 3 lunar shifts unfold within a single day, creating a spiritual ripple effect that can either awaken your soul or unravel your sense of reality. First, the Moon Squares Neptune, a clash between intuition and illusion. The Gemini moon hungers for answers, but Neptune in Pisces offers only fog, mystery, and spiritual static. This is the first veil you must pass through, the space where imagination and self-deception blur into one. Then the moon enters Cancer, returning to the sign of its rulership, the place where emotions become tides and intuition runs deep. This is a homecoming, but it's also a test. Can you sit with your feelings without drowning in them? Finally, the day closes with the moon squaring Mercury, a cosmic tug-of-war between heart and mind. With Mercury still buzzing in Aries, there's a danger of speaking too soon, reacting too fast, or misinterpreting the signs. 3 distinct lunar energies, one single day. This is the triple moon prophecy. What does it mean for you? It means you'll feel everything more intensely. Your dreams, your doubts, your conversations, all magnified under a sky that refuses to stay still. If you don't ground yourself, this energy could twist your intuition into paranoia, or your desires into distractions. But if you align yourself, if you know how to move through these tides with presence and purpose, this day could become a portal to profound self-discovery. Let's unravel this prophecy together and see what the moon is truly asking of you. When 3 lunar shifts collide in a single day, the moon doesn't just reflect light. It becomes a magnifying glass for your soul. This is what makes March 7th, 2025 so profound. Every subtle feeling, every passing thought, every whispered intuition will feel louder, sharper, and harder to ignore. It's as if the universe is handing you a spiritual megaphone, amplifying not only what you know, but also what you've been avoiding. The square to Neptune opens the first doorway, the realm of illusion. Under this aspect, your imagination is heightened, your dreams more vivid, but the truth becomes slippery. Your mind may drift into fantasy, or even fall back into old stories, the ones you tell yourself when reality feels too heavy. This is not a time to blindly trust every thought that arises. This is a test. Can you separate vision from illusion? Then the moon enters Cancer, intensifying the emotional current. Cancer is the moon's home, the place where feelings run deep and memory becomes a portal. This shift draws your attention inward, to your roots, your family, your personal history. Emotions may flood the surface without warning. The past may knock at your door. This is where clarity begins, if you're willing to feel it all. Finally, the square to Mercury shakes the airwaves. Conversations become emotional minefields. Thoughts clash with feelings, and misunderstandings arise. Words feel heavier under this sky. They carry the weight of unspoken fears and hidden truths. Every text, every call, every interaction is magnified, making it easy to project your inner chaos onto the world around you. This is the amplification effect. Your thoughts become louder. Your emotions become tides. Even silence seems to speak. If you navigate this consciously, it can bring deep clarity, revealing what your heart truly wants and where your spirit is longing to grow. But if you move blindly, acting from fear, assumption, or fantasy, this day could become a hall of mirrors, distorting everything you see. The energy itself is not your enemy. It's a mirror. What it reflects back is entirely up to you. When the moon's voice grows louder, so does the temptation to react. But not every whisper is truth, and not every impulse is guidance. On March 7th, 2025, the square to Neptune will cast a fog over your inner compass. Under this influence, it's dangerously easy to fall into wishful thinking, to believe what you want to be true, instead of what actually is. This is a trap of spiritual self-deception, where signs are misread and fantasies disguise themselves as intuition. Be careful with rituals. On days like this, spiritual practices can be amplified beyond their usual power. Candles, mirrors, crystals, all of them become amplifiers under a triple moon influence. If your intention is clear, these tools can serve you. But if your heart is confused, they can magnify the very fears you're trying to release. Fire burns both ways. Another common trap is emotional projection, especially as the Moon squares Mercury. A passing mood can feel like divine revelation, and a simple conversation can spiral into emotional warfare. Pause before you speak. Ask yourself, is this truth, or is this fear wearing the mask of truth? Old wounds may resurface when the moon moves into Cancer, but not every ghost is here to be followed. Sometimes the past calls you back simply because it fears being forgotten. Not every memory is a message. Some are just echoes. Know the difference. And perhaps most importantly, don't chase validation from the outside world. Under this amplified sky, the temptation to seek answers in social media, quick readings, or random online signs will be overwhelming. But external noise will only drown out your own inner knowing. This day asks for discernment, the kind that only comes from silence, presence, and deep listening. Trust the messages that rise from within, not the ones shouting from outside. March 7th, 2025, isn't a day to fear. It's a day to listen deeply. When the moon's energy is amplified like this, the universe doesn't want you to react. It wants you to receive. Start by grounding yourself before you do anything else. Before you light a candle, pull a card, or whisper a prayer. Touch the earth. Breathe into your body. Feel your feet. You are the anchor between heaven and earth, and your presence is your protection. Then, observe the tides within you. When emotions rise, and they will, don't push them down, and don't immediately act on them. Just sit with them. Ask, is this my truth? Or is this my fear? Is this my intuition? Or my imagination? This is how you sharpen discernment, by questioning your own inner voice until it sings clearly. The truth within you is never frantic. It doesn't scream for attention. It rises like still water, clear and calm. Use tools that bring you back to center, not ones that pull you further into the fog. Simple breath work, where you inhale peace and exhale confusion. Journaling, not to find answers, but to witness what's alive in you. Silent walks, where your body moves, but your mind can rest. Let the moon in Cancer guide you home to yourself. This is a day to reconnect with your emotional roots, not through nostalgia, but through clarity. What parts of your past still need your forgiveness? What parts of your inner child still wait to be seen? And as you communicate with others, with spirit, with yourself, remember, patience is a spiritual practice. Under this triple moon, you're not meant to have all the answers immediately. Allow space between the question and the response. Finally, above all, stay present. When the energies amplify, the temptation to numb out through distractions, addictions, or emotional spirals becomes strong. But presence is your greatest power today. The clearer you are with yourself, the clearer the messages will become. This is not a day to chase signs. It's a day to become one. Be the clarity you seek. Be the calm inside the storm. March 7th, 2025 isn't just another day on the calendar. It's a spiritual checkpoint, A moment when the moon's voice becomes too loud to ignore, and the hidden corners of your soul step into the light. This triple moon prophecy is not here to break you. It's here to wake you. Every dream, every doubt, every emotional wave crashing through you is a message. But you are the one who decides how to interpret it. You can choose to drown in illusion, or you can rise into clarity. You can chase external signs, or you can become the sign you've been waiting for. You can lose yourself in old stories, or you can rewrite them with your own truth. The moon is powerful, but so are you. The amplified energy of this day doesn't control your destiny. It simply reveals the inner landscape you've been living with all along. What you magnify is up to you. So take a breath right now. A deep, deliberate breath. Feel your feet on this earth. Feel the pulse of your own heart. You are not drifting in the cosmic storm. You are the still point within it. This is your invitation. Use this day to magnify what you desire to become, not what you fear might be true. The moon is listening. The universe is watching. And your soul is ready. If this message stirred something inside you, trust that stirring. Share this light with someone you care about, because none of us are walking this path alone. I'll see you in the next video, but until then, keep listening to the stars, and even more closely, to your own soul.